Hello everyone! Today I have an exciting video that is all about creative techniques using your Insta360 One X2. It's going to be a mix of practical effects, editing techniques, and story modes. Let's roll the intro. For those of you who are new to this channel, I'm Bellemare-Alford, a young photographer and filmmaker on a journey to become better at this art. The Insta360 One X2 really got me excited to get more creative shots. Not only will I let you know how to get these shots, but I'm also going to tell you when to get them, which is much more important to understand. One great thing with this camera is that you can easily get different types of shots. So by simply putting the invisible selfie stick, you can get shots that are very low, very high, behind you, besides you, all around you, and get some much more interesting B-roll using this camera. Let's talk about a few different types of shots you can get. The first type of shot is to extend your invisible selfie stick to its maximum and put it down in front of you. Then you can simply walk with this technique and get some very unexpected types of shots for some B-roll. This is particularly great when you don't want to do a walking shot for some B-roll and you want to get something that most people are really not used to seeing. The second type of shot is to bring up your camera and put it on your side like this, and then just walk using the camera on the side like this. And this can make it look like if you had a small little drone following you on the side, getting something that is very interesting and will get people pretty intrigued at how you got this shot. For these three angles, it's very important to be in the 360-degree mode to allow you to reframe it afterwards, because while you're filming, you have no idea at all how the shot is looking like. So you want to be sure to be able to reframe it afterwards in the app. For this creative technique, everything is going to be done inside of editing first. So for now, you can simply shoot like you would normally would. So you can have just the camera in front of you and it's fine, but it's also going to work if you have different point of view arounds. But now we're going to stop recording and go inside of the app to talk about how to do this edit. Now we're going to open the app and go inside of our videos and find the last one that we filmed. And the goal of this is going to be to change the different view angle while we're filming this shot. So instead of just having one view angle, we're going to change through different ones, and this is really going to create a more interesting video, especially good for Instagram stories or TikTok videos. So now that we have this shot open, we're first going to add a keyframe at the beginning where we want the shot to start. And for this one, we're going to go inside of the frame and select Tiny Planet, which is a pretty cool look that pretty much only the Insta360 can get. Then we're going to go a few frames later, so we're going to leave it like that at the beginning. Then go here, add another frame. And this time we're going to change completely the field of view, the frame, and we're going to go here and have a linear shot. So we're going to come pretty closer in front here. So we're going to place this one here. Then we're going to move again a little bit further away and change again our perspective. Maybe this time we're going to add another keyframe here and add an ultra wide shot here just to change. Now if we look quickly at the result here, we're going to see that as we're going to play it, it's going to change completely between the different modes, and it's going to create an effect that is not very possible to create with other types of cameras. Now let's talk about stories for the Insta360, because this is where this camera really differentiates itself from the other 360-degree cameras that are out there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to open the app here, then go on the Stories tab, and you're going to see here you have a tab that's called Shot Lab, and these are all different options that are using AI to automatically stitch the things together that are much more complex if you're trying to edit them by yourself on a computer. The first one we're going to look at is called Stop Motion Mix. And for this one, if you open it, you're going to have a description and a little video that tells you how to do them. So I'm not going to go through all of these different modes, but if you want to take a look, you simply have to open them and you have explanations with a little video on how they work. But this one is going to allow you to have a different background when you're walking with the camera on your side. And this is great to show when you want to be moving around and that you want to show that you're moving through different landscapes or different sceneries inside of the town to show your evolution in your journey. Also, just make sure that you have internet the first time you access one of the stories, because it needs to download the story locally. But the good thing is that you simply have to open the page, look at the video, and once you have the video that's loaded, usually the full edit mode is actually in the background already downloaded, so you can use it right away. Like you probably noticed, you need a tripod for this one because the camera needs to be stable where it is, and you don't have to do much afterwards. Just film the video as normal, and then the AI is going to do all the work afterwards to stitch everything together. My next point is to go through elements inside of your scene. So most people, when they see the trees around here, are just simply going to walk through and go down and avoid them with the camera. But I say actually take your camera and go through them to get much more interesting shots. I guarantee you people are going to be wondering how you got these shots through the branches of the trees or through different elements of your tree. You can make this effect even better by using some slow motion, and this is going to allow you to get some very interesting b-roll inside of your videos that most people cannot even get. So for this, we're first going to set the camera on slow motion. Then what you want to do is simply again pass through the object. A good way of doing it is holding your both hands on the pole and then just pulling away through the objects. So if we do it now, we're going to start the camera. Once it starts recording, we're just going to slowly pull through all the different elements here. One thing you need to be pretty mindful is that you might see the stitch line a little bit more because you're so close to all these elements. So be sure to keep one lens on the side of where you want to have the video. So let's say we want to have a shot going through the trees here. You want to have this in the background. We're probably just going to leave the camera vertical like this, and we can then start it here and then just pull it through here, and it's going to be pretty good because this lens stayed on this side all along, so we won't see the stitch line inside of the final result. The next creative technique is the one that I'm most excited to test on the Insta360 One X2, because this is one thing that is really hard to get on most cameras, and it's very good hyperlapse. So for this, you're actually going to need to go in your menu. So if we reopen the camera right here, you want to go inside of your video mode, and once you're inside of your video mode, you want to go inside of time shift mode, and this is going to allow to speed up the video and add some nice motion blur when you're walking around, and then slow it down at certain points in the video as you wish afterwards once you're done editing it. The last effect we're going to talk about is a Dolly Zoom, and a Dolly Zoom is a pretty well-known technique in filmmaking, which is basically that the camera goes back and zooms at the same time, so the person stays the same size, but everything around changes size. So I tried doing this one alone. It's a lot better if you have somebody to help you with this one, but it's still a pretty cool effect that might not be the most useful all the time, but I'm definitely going to be using it when filming myself, taking pictures or things like that, to add a little bit more drama to the scene that I'm trying to take. Before the sun completely disappears, let's wrap up this video. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting the like button below, and also consider subscribing to the channel. I have other videos on the Insta360 One X2, and also plan making a full review once I have a little bit more time with this camera. See you in the next video. Bye bye.